Nobody notices these secret training tricks that have turned Vinicius Jr. into the top football monster in the world. And you still don't see what the Real Madrid leader is cooking in a completely new role? Then get ready to hear the whole truth. Vinicius Jr. showed truly outstanding performances in the Champions League semi-finals against Bayern Munich. During the first leg, the Real Madrid winger managed to score a brace and was selected as the man of the match, while in the second leg, he provided an assist and was once again named the best player of the match. At the Santiago Bernabeu, Vini had all the fun he wanted against Die Roten. 9 duels won, 7 successful dribbling attempts, 5 shots, 2 key passes, 2 chances created, and 2 fouls earned. Vinicius was giving Joshua Kimmich a hard time on the right wing for almost the entire clash and confidently led Real Madrid to victory and the Champions League final. His display in the crucial game of the season definitely proved that Vinicius has now reached a totally new level of play, which has never been seen before. Face it, Vinicius made a huge difference in all the big matches of the ongoing season. Here are some simple proofs. In January, he calmly ate a pineapple right before Clásico against Barcelona, and then went on the pitch and bagged a hat-trick. Later on, he netted an accurate shot against RB Leipzig in the Champions League round of 16, and did everything he did against Bayern Munich. 2 goals and an assist. At the moment, having an average rating of 7.74, Vini is the highest-rated player in the UCL this season, according to WhoScored. Moreover, over the past 3 years, starting from 2021-22 campaign, the Brazilian has been the leading Champions League performer in terms of goals, 32, 15 assists, 108 successful dribbles, 68 chances created, and 301 touches in the opponent's box. Among other things, we can't ignore the fact that Vinicius became only the 4th man in the Champions League history to score in 3 straight semi-final legs, with 50% of his goals in the Champions League scored in knockout games. Big game player, that's for sure. It may sound unbelievable to admit, but Vini is not even 25 yet. And yet, at the age of 23 years and 9 months, he has already become the youngest football player in the Champions League history to reach the 20-goal mark in its knockouts. The Brazilian has done it even faster than Lionel Messi back in the day. The Argentine accomplished this result a little later, at the age of 23 years and 10 months. Wow! There's one more thing hitting the eye. Last season, Vinicius scored 23 goals for Blancos in 55 appearances in all competitions. But in the current campaign, even despite injuries, he has already racked up 21 goals in 36 appearances, all thanks to adjustments made by Carlo Ancelotti. You see, last year, Vinicius operated as a left winger in either 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 formation. Positioned wide on the flank, he laid the way forward with the ball from there, chopping it along the flank to make a cross, or going inside to shoot or make a pass into the opponent's box. Back then, Vini often chose between ways to continue his attacks rather than ways to shoot from all dangerous positions. Fortunately, on the eve of the 2023-24 campaign, everything changed. Carlo Ancelotti switched to a 4-4-2 diamond formation, and Vinicius nominally became a forward with a free role. In the first half of the season, the Brazilian struggled to adapt to new demands. But over time, Ancelotti allowed the guy to open up across the width. In the second half, Vinicius finally found his niche as a spearhead of the attacking line. To begin with, he was more often seen in the center of the attack, and as a result, the amount of openings between the lines increased. Vinicius actively searched for space for further run-in behinds and runs into the opposing team's box. The fact of him being tied to the wing has always restricted Junior in this matter, but since the new year, his range of movement and impact has expanded significantly. And just like that, everyone saw what this monster was capable of when he got released. Vini decided to actively scan the gaps between the lines and even dropped deeper in order to pull more opponents out of their lines and open up spaces for his teammates. I am unstoppable because when I'm not playing well as a winger, I go central and the opponents don't know how to defend against me. Vinicius noted in a January interview with Real Madrid's official website. Besides, the Brazilian has become more threatening at creating crosses and shooting opportunities. The received freedom allows Vinicius to open up more regularly at the far post for finishings. That said, he is still allowed to round down the wing as before, so in the match against the Bavarians, it was exactly where Vinicius destroyed Kimmich. Ancelotti no longer limits Real Madrid's key player in any way, which means that Vini himself determines the opponent's weak links and where he needs to be during matches. Now he has learned to move well without the ball, moving at the back of the rivals. And then he is very cold in front of goal. Ancelotti highlighted. We'll like him more when he has more freedom, not just on the outside, but inside, and even on the right wing. With that freedom and having so much talent and impact in so many different areas, he's unstoppable. The Spanish club's coaching staff sources add. Vinicius is also improving his skills in front of goal, again according to sources within the Merengues' coaching staff. All this new context also leads him to have more situations in the box where he has to finish with one touch. We are always working with Vinicius on finishing, from close range, from tight angles when he was a winger, and now that he's playing a bit more inside, other types of finishes. The Athletic shares the coach's insights. The results of the in-depth training sessions appear to be pretty impressive. This season, the lad is averaging 3.69 shots per game, as well as scoring 0.60 XG points, his best performance in all his years as a Real Madrid player. At the same time, Vini makes fewer unnecessary moves before scoring. 11 goals out of 18 in all touches, including penalties, were landed with 1 or 2 touches. Once again, Ancelotti's motivation proved to be effective. Vinicius is very good in one-on-one situations. As for scoring goals, I've told him that it's rare to score after taking 5 or 6 touches. To score, you need 1 touch, or maybe 2 maximum. You have to be in the area. He's very young and he'll improve. And that's exactly what we are witnessing right now. Vinicius' tactical evolution is astounding, to say the least. But wait until you see Vini's recovery procedures and training, which make him a total beast. Vinicius Jr. has raised his professionalism not only on the pitch. The Brazilian uses a non-traditional approach to rehabilitation from minor damages or injuries. He now runs in a specialized water chamber, a rare but very effective method for joint and muscle recovery. On top of that, our guy spends up to 90 minutes a day in a hyperbaric chamber, which costs about 100,000 euros. This capsule generates high-pressure conditions, similar to those at the depth of water. Inside the chamber, Vinicius' body collects oxygen at a pressure that exceeds the atmospheric one, stimulating increased oxygen circulation and contributing to the rapid healing of his tissues, improving blood circulation and boosting his immune system. Aside from Vinicius, sports giants like Rafael Nadal and LeBron James also use oxygen breathing through a special mask. As you can see, these athletes clearly know what they are up to. Vinicius, in turn, is making progress in all aspects, and with every second, he's getting closer to the most important achievement of his career. It looks like Vinicius will be the next Ballon d'Or winner. Spanish media outlets AS and Relevo claim that the Real Madrid ace is a favorite for the award after Kylian Mbappe and Harry Kane got knocked out of the Champions League, whereas Vinicius and Real Madrid advanced to the final. According to the media reports, Junior's only competitor for the prize was his teammate Jude Bellingham. But after the Englishman had been leading the predictors' rankings for almost 7 months, Vinicius had already started pushing him off the top 2. Perhaps Toni Kroos will be a dark horse contender if he wins the Euro with Germany, but Ancelotti is confident. I think Vinicius is close to winning the Ballon d'Or. Brazilian legend Rivaldo agrees with his words 100%. Vinicius is a great candidate to win the Ballon d'Or if Real Madrid win the Champions League. He is already among the top 3 players in the world. Even Bayern Munich defender Matthijs de Ligt admitted Vini's dominance over the world after their loss to Real Madrid in the semifinals. Vinicius? For me, maybe now he's the best player in the world. And since Vinicius still has the Copa America ahead of him with Brazil, who will be among the favorites in the competition, Junior's chances of capturing the Ballon d'Or are increasing day by day. In fact, he could become the first Brazilian since Kaká in 2007 to receive the most prestigious individual award. Well, our guy himself voices a completely different wish. Ballon d'Or? I only think about winning another Champions League. And he's not lying. Just look at his joyful eyes and his celebration with Blanca's fans after the triumph against Bayern. Folks, hit the like button if you think Vinicius deserves to win the Ballon d'Or in 2024. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your attention, and see you soon. Bye-bye.